Remember this for managing poetry projects in the future. There's a PyProject.toml file which you have all your dependencies listed on, and that is kind of a blueprint to set up your project wherever you're going. So say you just got the project on your machine, you still haven't got dependencies installed and all that, but you have your PyProject.toml file. One thing you can do is you can do poetry install, and what is going to happen is version solving is going to happen. Like PyProject.toml file पे there will be a bunch of constraints कि ये dependency ये version से ये version तक चल सकता है, another dependency can work only in this window of versions, and so on and so forth. So it's going to solve those dependencies. It's going to find a value for each of those dependency values. It's going to find a value for each of those dependencies, version value for each of those dependencies, and then it's going to assign those versions to them and say कि okay, मैं इस dependency का इस window में से ये version install कर रहा हूँ, इसका इससे install कर रहा हूँ. I have been doing this all in a way such that there is no conflict that is happening between different dependencies. Now all these specific values, the solved version of all the dependencies is basically stored in a poetry.lock file. That is stored in a poetry.lock file is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, the poetry.lock file, if you have it with you, well and good. It means that there is a configuration of dependencies of this project which work at some point of time. So if you have PyProject.toml and poetry.lock, just to poetry install, what is going to happen is version solving won't happen. वो पोइट्री लॉक को ही देखेगा वहाँ पे, एंड उसमें जो वर्जन के नंबर्स मेंशन किए हैं उनको ही इट विल कीप इंस्टॉलिंग एंड गेट, एंड दैट इज़ वेरी लाइकली टू वर्क बिकॉज पोइट्री लॉक वॉज मेड बिकॉज you found poetry found a solution for each of those dependencies, a version for each of those dependencies without arriving at a conflict. So remember, that's the point of the poetry.log file. You're not supposed to read it, it's for poetry to refer whenever building dependencies. So the existence of a poetry.log file should convey this message to you, okay? This version has already been solved. So unless you add some dependencies or manually update using poetry update, you can just refer that and build your project. So remember that.